Hey everybody, it's Magic Prepper, and I'm getting ready to go to the store right now, and it's like a blizzard outside, so I figured I'd take a moment to have this quick conversation with you all about these upcoming midterm elections and voting and everything else that's going on right now. Look, no matter who gets voted in or who gets voted out, this ball of SHTF that's been rolling down the hill for quite some time now is going to keep rolling down the hill. The consequences of the actions that were taken during 2020 are still on their way. We haven't even seen all of them yet. And therefore, no matter who takes power or who retains power, we're going to be facing those challenges. So understand that we can't vote our way out of the situation we're currently in. And even if everybody gets their way when it comes to voting, you're not going to see any of those improvements or those solutions come to fruition for quite some time. So you still need to prepare for things to be much, much worse before they get better. And the other thing you have to understand is that I am completely disenfranchised with our two-party political system that we currently have in place. I don't believe that the people in Washington, D.C. have my best interests in mind. I don't believe that they're working for the people. In general, they're working for the lobbyists who support them financially, and they're working for their political party and ideology. And until we see some form of extreme term limits put into place and we get rid of this lobbyist bureaucracy that pushes the agenda most of the time, we're not going to find ourselves in a better situation anytime soon. That being said, I'm still going to go vote on Tuesday. Now, that's generally me choosing between the lesser of two evils. But the reason I'm going to vote, even as disenfranchised as I am, which I have made very clear on many of the live streams we've had over the years, is that without voting and at least pushing for what would be better for me, not just financially, but ideologically, as well as better for me in the sense of being able to prepare, well, then I'm just succumbing to whatever everyone else decides. And even though I don't have much faith in our voting systems and the way that the votes are calculated and everything else that's going on regarding that whole program, because anything's fallible, it doesn't matter what it is. I don't care what it is you're trying to argue about. Something can fail regardless of the legitimacy, right? At the end of the day, I'm still going to go out there and I'm still going to check that box just so that I can do some form of due diligence to say, look, if everything completely collapses and falls apart, at least I was able to say I had some opinion as to what I think should have happened versus the alternative. Although that opinion is not reflected by voting for one party or the other, because at the end of the day, my thoughts and my values and what it is that I care about doesn't have singular representation, unfortunately, because we're no longer in a world of compromise and we're no longer in a world of logic. So at the end of the day, does it matter? I don't really know, in all honesty, at this point in time. I'm still going to participate just because it doesn't really affect me negatively to go out and spend 20 minutes of my day to do that, right? But at the end of the day, no matter who wins, no matter how the votes are counted, no matter what happens, SHTF is still coming. And the people that you feel might be your saviors in the sense of political ideology aren't going to be able to stop that from happening at this point in time. Too many pieces have been put into place that we're going to have to fall over the edge before we can climb back up again. So I just want to have this conversation because I think a lot of people put a lot of faith and a lot of hope into elections, into saving the current scenario that we're dealing with. But I really don't think that's the case. And I really don't think that that hope and that faith should be put into these human beings that have their own interests at heart rather than yours. You need to put that hope and that faith into what you know is truly going to help save you when things get dire. So hopefully this makes sense to you. I wanted to have this brief conversation. Sometimes I want to let you guys into some of my personal thoughts and my decisions just because I feel like we as a community can benefit from each other's perspectives from time to time. And if you need anything else from me at all, leave a comment below or go to magicprepper.com, and that's going to be it. Not enough room here for Magic Prepper.